little. It's only 4 lines, so don't worry. It's not a. What's a long word for a poem? It's a little verse which I'd like to just recite about him, and then I'll get on to Tom. There once was a good man called Charles, who could recite silly verses for hours. With his voluminous mind, he was terribly kind, and he now recites verse to the stars. I've got nothing so good to say about Tom. She was a pretty good sister. In fact, an almost perfect sister. But I feel I have to share some of the worst moments with you, just so you get a better picture of her. I've had the great fortune of knowing Tana longer than anyone here, except, of course, my almost as equally beautiful mother. Hoblet. Mum, you've got 9 months on me and everyone else. I'd like to relate a couple of stories about Tana that no one else knows about. My first ever memory. More champagne, please. My first ever memory of Tana takes place in a bath. I was about 4. She was about 2. She had beautiful curly hair. She was the most innocent looking girl you could ever see. We had to save a bit of water. Thank you. And some vodka as well, please, mate. She was one of the most innocent-looking little girls you could ever imagine. It's like blonde, curly hair all over the place, giggling, didn't do a thing wrong. We used to bath together to save water in England. It was one of those things, and as I was happily playing with my battleships and blow-up ducks, suddenly, out of nowhere, came this rather unpleasant brown submarine. The only thing louder than my mother's screams were Tana's nasty giggles. The silly cat. Oh no, that's crossed out. I haven't, nor should I have, bathed with Tana since. But I am assured that she is long cured of this inappropriate bathing behavior. After that, though, my sister was far too well behaved for me. I was a little bit naughty, and she was just the nice sister. So I came across. No, sorry. Across a great plan to make her look a little bit naughtier than she was. I used to bite my hand. Oh, thanks, doll. Can you open it for me, please? A little bit of light. Just put it in the champagne. This is what Tana's been so scared of. She was far too well behaved for me. I was a naughty kid and she was the nice kid. We could have played good cop, bad cop. Anyway, I took to biting my arm and then presenting the bite marks to my parents, Tana bit me. And to my joy... Oh, it was fucking real, the bastard. I thought you'd organise water, Tana. To my delight, she would get beaten within an inch of her life. And I would giggle in the corner. Until after about 10 of these occasions, her protests reached my parents' ears and they studied the bite marks a little bit more closely. She'd lost about 3 teeth, baby teeth, and they realized it was me. I wasn't beaten within an inch of my life, because that's not politically correct, but anyone who wants to see the scars, please ask later. I was, however, sent to my room, and Tana was absolved of all crimes. Good little Tana. Is anyone going to carry me off yet? Okay, there's 4 more pages. There has been a lot of growing up since then. Moving to Australia, Tana bringing up a beautiful daughter, Bieber. My favourite niece, who's unfortunately got to the age when she's now beginning to get embarrassed by her Uncle Jez. Hanging out with her on the boat yesterday was a bit of an eye-opener. It was like, can you go now? I'd like to be with my friends. She saved me a lot of sunburn. But I have one last story I have to share with you all. And this also involves Gary. After dating Gary, or Snazzy Gaz as I used to call him back in the day, and it really is a name you should all try because I think it works. Just picture him in a convertible car with stars coming out of the exhaust pipe. Snazzy Gaz. Back before Snazzy Gaz had too much money, him and Tana invited me on a skiing trip to Thredbo. It was one of those one-room skiing trips. I had to share a room with Tana, Snazzy, and Bieber. Bieber was very young and very sleepy in those days, which was a good thing, because the rest of the story is for adults here too. After a couple of uncomfortable nights with them, on the floor next to the double bed, on a sort of flat blow-up mattress. Thanks, Gary. They decided to go out and paint the town red while I babysit Bieber. Bieber, God bless her little soul, went to sleep early on. I think I watched cricket on TV or something. Anyway, as I should have been asleep, the door creaked open and laughing Tana and Gaz appeared, giggling and sniggering like 2 lovers should have done. They assumed I was asleep. I went then, or then went, one of the two, through the most embarrassing 1.5 minutes of my life. Tana sighed and rolled over. Gary grunted and started snoring. And Bieber said, "What's all the fuss about?" Fuck it, I've lost the page. Suddenly amongst my floating ducks. 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. Tana, Gary, Bieber, and I. Has anyone got a pair of reading glasses? No. I did actually have something nice to say about you, Gary, but lost that page. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Other than Tana having a terrible choice of brother-in-law, that's me. No, brother. And Gary, Other than Gary having a terrible choice of brother-in-law and having a very quick love-making fashion, Gary does seem to be a wonderful man, husband, father and friend. And I am honoured, thrilled and excited to see these two great people tie the knot here. And I can say now, all I can say now is that may your happiness and loving continue for as long as you have days. I give you Tana and Gary.